Alright. Alright guys, ayan na isang mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat. Meron tayong reaction video dito sa pandinig ng Senado kung paano si Alice Go nakatakas. Alright, panoorin po natin and without further ado, let's watch dito sa Senate of hearing. Alright, let's get it on. Alright, let's watch guys.
Hearings have made significant progress. Maliban sa proklamasyon ng presidente sa pag-ban ng POGO, naiuwi na din sa Pilipinas si Alice Go para harapin ang mga naiwan nating mga tanong para sa kanya. Sa gitna ng malawakang public interest sa tinatawag nilang Senate Flix na ito, huwag nating kalimutan na ang pangunahin nating layunin ay ang pagpapaganda ng ating mga batas at polisiya. Nakikita na natin ang mga gaps sa ating mga polisiya sa birth registration, border control, cyber fraud at iba pa. We need to make sure our hearings achieve this purpose. Otherwise, all our efforts will be for naught. Hindi ko na po ito patatagalin pa. I will ask my colleagues if they have opening statements. At pagkatapos niyan, we'll ask the COMSEC to recognize the resource persons and administer the oath to those here for the first time. Para po sa maalwan na daloy ng pagdinig na ito and to give everyone a chance to ask questions. After the chair, we will limit po the questions to 15 minutes per senator. Tapos, ay tignan natin kung pwede tayong mag-round 2. In order of arrival po tayo, ito po ang sequence. Pagkatapos ng chair, si SP Pro Tempore Sen Jinggoy, Senate Minority Leader Sen Coco, Senator Joel, Senator Bato Odoroy de la Rosa, Senator JV, Senator Sherwin, Senator Raffy. So dear colleagues, mayroon bang may opening statement sa atin? Yes, SP Pro Temp
Thank you, Madam
Jinggoy,
Chair.
and then yes.
Before I proceed with my opening statement, I request Ms. Alice Go to remove her face mask. Kung totoo siya talaga si Alice Go.
Please remove your mask, Ms. Go.
Siya nga.
Yes.
Good morning,
SP
Madam
Pro Temp.
Chair, and to our esteemed colleagues. Ms. Alice Go, kumusta ka na? Kumusta ang pagbabalik Pilipinas mo?
Ms. Alice,
I told you to remove your face mask all throughout the
keep it
hearing.
removed.
Magandang umaga po, Sen. Okay naman po.
Okay. Marami ka litrato naka-peace sign ka pa and all smiles kasama ang mga tauhan ng NBI at mga BI at tiga Bureau of Immigration. Nakakadismaya to at napaka-unprofessional. Bigyan niyo naman ng dignidad ang inyong mga trabaho. Alice Go, sino ka ba talaga? Alam na namin lahat through the hearings conducted by this committee na hindi ka Pilipino. Hindi totoong lumaki ka sa farm, hindi totoo si Teacher Rubilin, hindi rin totoo na simpleng mamamayan ka lang. Puro kasinungalingan ang istorya na isinuwalat mo dito sa Senado at sa publiko. At the two Senate hearings that you were present, and you were under oath, but you fearlessly fabricated stories and fed the Filipinos a pack of lies. And in stark contrast to the purported image that you grew up in a farm and was only involved in hog and poultry raising, some 28 billion flowed through your bank accounts despite your companies earning meager income. Gaano ba kalawak ang kanilang operasyon? At ano ang intensyon niya na pati pagiging mayor ay kailangan niyang pasukin? She openly mocked our government processes, disrespected our electoral system, and insulted every Filipino by believing she could run for mayor, win, and never be caught. At isa pa, tungkol sa kanyang counter affidavit na sinumite sa DOJ para sa kanyang human trafficking case na submitted na for resolution noong pang August 6, Hindi ba talaga nakakapagtaka na nagpanotaryo noong August 14 sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, maski wala na siya sa bansa? Nag-request na tanggapin ng DOJ ang kanyang counter affidavit, maski na tapos na ang deadline. Kaya naman pala pinagpipilitan ng kanyang mga abogado na nandito pa si Alice Go dahil may butas sa pagpapanotaryo. And it was all part of the narrative that Alice Go was still here. Her lawyers insisting that they were told by Alice Go that she is still here in the country despite reports that she was seen abroad. Dapat panagutin ang gumawa ng kabalustugan na ito. She must have been laughing at us, thinking she outsmarted everyone when she fled the Philippines undetected, or rather with the help of civilians and potentially even those in government. And let me just state frustratingly that the Indonesian authorities did exactly what the Philippine authorities have failed to do in 2 months with regard to her arrest. But nevertheless, I would like to commend the DILG Secretary Abalos, for a job well done and for successfully negotiating the return and bringing Alice Go back to our country. Nais natin malaman kung sino-sino ang mga tumulong kay Alice Go at sa kanyang mga kasamahan para makalabas ng Pilipinas na hindi dumaan sa tamang proseso. Certainly, we also would want to know how these Chinese nationals pretending to be Filipinos were allowed to open businesses under their names. How were they able to use Filipinos as dummies in their companies? Also, how were they able to circumvent the constitutional prohibition of limiting foreign equity to 40%? Maraming batas ang kanilang nilabag. Nararapat lamang na sila'y managot, and we cannot let them get away with this. Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat din, SP Pro Tem Jinggoy. Any other colleagues with the yes, and Joel, and then Sir Sherwin?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ang sabi po ng John chapter 8 verse 32, the truth shall set us free. Isa lang po ang gusto nating lahat na malaman. Matagal na nating hinahanap. Matagal na nating hinihintay. Ito rin ang hinihintay ngayon ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Walang iba kundi ang katotohanan. Sapagkat ang katotohanan ang magpapalaya sa atin. Umabot po tayo sa araw na ito, Madam Chair, dahil bukod po sa puro hindi ko na po maalala, Your Honor, ang sagot sa atin, tinaguan pa ho tayo ni Miss Alice Go na napag-alaman nating hindi tunay na Pilipino. Alice, binastos mo at binalahura mo ang buong gobyerno, ang buong sambayan ng Pilipino. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit nung nahuli ka, parang walang-wala sa'yo. Na-offend po kami. Na-offend po kami. Hindi ko po alam, pero parang ang turing mo sa amin ay kaaway na. Pero ang totoo, Alice, ang totoo, kung magsasabi ka ng katotohanan, kami dito sa Senado ang totoong kakampi mo. Bibigyan ka namin muli ng pagkakataon ngayong araw na ito. Pagkakataon na isiwalat ang katotohanan. Dahil kahit ayaw mong sabihin ng katotohanan, Senado ito. Hindi ito perya. Sigurado kami na malalaman at lalabas ang katotohanan sa Senado. Kung ikaw ay tunay na Pilipino, dapat alam mo ang kasaysayan. Sa kasaysayan, ang Senado ang nagiging sandigan ng demokrasya. Ito ang nagpapalabas ng katotohanan. Pag ikaw ay nagsasabi ng katotohanan, ang Senado ang siguradong magpuprotekta sa iyo. More than any agency or institution in this country. Muli, isang bagong pagkakataon ng araw na ito, lalo para sa iyo, Alice. Sa pagsasabi mo ng katotohanan, hindi lang ikaw ang magbebenepisyo, kundi ang sambayanan. At ipapaalala ko sa iyo muli ang iyong sinumpaan dito sa Senado to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Kung hindi ka sasagot sa mga tanong natin dito sa Senado o maglulubid ka lang ng buhangin, hindi lalabas ang katotohanan. Nais nating sabihin sa ating mga kababayan ang kahalagahan ng ating ginagawa. Not just in the aid of legislation, but to ensure that we will put a period, an end to this horrible and terrible pogo na ipakita ng Senado through this committee na even LGUs, even a town like Banban ay kayang pasukin at kontrolin ng husto ng pogo. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, kung magpapatuloy ito? Hindi lamang mayor, gobernador, congressman o senador, baka balang araw, pag hindi natin tinuldukan ito, sa susunod na halalan, meron tayong pogo-sponsored president. Kaya po importante na pagtulong-tulungan po natin ito at siguruhin that we will be able to serve the best interests of our people. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Salamat din, Sen. Joel. Sen. Sherwin.
Nag-co-oping, nagsinungaling ka sa taong bayan, nagsinungaling ka sa Senado, at higit sa lahat, nagsinungaling ka sa sarili mong kababayan sa Bamban. Alam namin hindi ka Pilipino. Nakita namin yan sa pekeng birth certificate mo. Alam namin na hindi ka lumaki sa farm at hindi ka nag-homeschool. Dahil alam ko saan ka nag-aaral, sa Grace Christian High School, na parehong eskwelahan na pinuntahan ko. Alam namin na meron kang kapatid na si Wesley Guo at si Seaman Guo na itinakwil mo nung una. At alam rin namin yung connection mo sa mga pogo. Kahit na naging mayor ka, hindi mo ibinenta yung pagmamay-ari mo sa Baufulan. At alam namin, konektado ka pa rin yan hanggat ikaw ay nasa posisyon. Alam rin namin na meron kang koneksyon sa dalawang pogo na nag-ooperate sa sarili mong bayan, yung Hongsheng at yung Junyuan. At mamaya ipapakita rin namin yung koneksyon mo doon. Kahit na tumakas ka, ipinagpatuloy namin yung pagdinig dito sa committee. At dahil sa pagdinig na ito, maraming kaso ang na-file sa iyo. 7 kaso. Graft and corruption case ng Ombudsman, human trafficking case ng DOJ, co-warranto case ng Solgen, tax evasion case ng BIR, money laundering case ng AMLAC, pagkansela ng birth certificate mo ng Solgen, at meron ring election code offense ng COMELEC. Ito na siguro ang tingin ko isa sa pinaka malalim at malalang criminal activity na nakita natin sa buong kasaysayan natin. Sa isang tao, halos 7 kaso ang isinampa sa iyo. Pero alam namin hindi pa tapos itong pagdinig namin. Gusto namin malaman kung sino ang tumulong sa iyo para makatakas. Pribadong personalidad man o sa gobyerno. Gusto rin namin malaman sino pa ang mga kasabwat mo sa Pogo Hub sa Bamban. Pati na rin sa Pogo Hub sa Porac dahil nakakita na kami ng koneksyon dito sa dalawa. At gusto rin namin malaman kung sino-sino pa yung mga personalidad na tumulong sa iyo para mabuo itong mga Pogo Hub sa ating bansa. Sa gobyerno man o sa pribado. Importante na makasuhan sila at importante rin na panugutin sila. Kaya mahalaga itong hearing na ito at mahalaga na marinig namin sa iyo mismo kung sino-sino itong mga taong tumulong sa iyo para magdala ng krimen dito sa ating minamahal na bansa. Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you very much also, Sen. Sherwin. Meron pa ba opening statements? Sen. JV and then Sen. Rafi.
Madam Chair, morning po. Anyway, sa umagang ito, sabi ko nga noon, satisfied naman ako and I'd like to congratulate again the Chair and the committee for ably handling this issue. Pero sa 3 bagay lang po, Madam Chair, no? Importante, una-una, gusto natin malaman, sino ba talaga ang tunay na mga boses, no, in this web of international syndicate na pumasok dito sa ating bansa. At sana po yan ay sabihin po ni Ms. Go ngayong umaga. Pangalawa, sino, muli, nabanggit na, sino mga tumulong na pribado man o nasa gobyerno para siya po ay tumakas dahil hindi na po pwedeng maulit ito na tayo po ay binabastos sa sariling bansa, nakatulong ang ilang mga nasa ahensya ng ating pamahalaan. At panghuli, pangatlo po ay Madam Chair, sino po ang tumulong kay Ms. Go na makapasok sa larangan ng politika hanggang siya po ay maging mayor? Baka mamaya po ay marami na humpain ang Chinese Communist Party, ang CCP. Dahil po sa ating dispute, mamaya sa iba't ibang lugar ay nakapasok na rin po pa sila. So yung tatlong bagay lang po ngayong umaga, alam ko po ay marami pa akong magtatanong, pero sana po ay masagot po ito ni Ms. Go sa umagang to. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat din, Sen. JV. Sen. Rafi?
Good morning, Madam Chair, Senator Risa Ontiveros, colleagues, resource speakers and guests. Maraming salamat po sa pagdalo. As chairperson of the Committee on Public Service, I'm concerned about the regulation of our transport system. We provide regulations for several reasons. First, to safeguard those taking public transportation are safe and secure. Second, to ensure that those given the privilege to own and operate any form of transportation could be held liable for their actions in operating such vehicle, vessel, or aircraft. And finally, there is a need to regulate these transport systems because they could be used for criminal activities. These past weeks, namangha po tayo sa mala-action movie na kwento ni Sheila Goo. She painted for us what was probably the escape route out of the Philippines. But note, that is just probably. Hindi po tayo sigurado. We have to take her testimony with a grain of salt. For all we know, binulang din nila yung kwento niyan doon sa farm kung saan lumaki si Miss Alice Go. Mga kwentong paglihis sa tunay na nangyayari. Based on our research and discussion with transport experts, anyone with money could have several options for exiting the Philippines. Madam Chair, may I please direct everyone to a video we prepared to give an idea of what could have happened been used by the Goos.
Sen. Rafi, just for the information of the committee, ilang minuto po yung ating video?
Less than a minute, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Please proceed, Sen. Rafi, as part of your opening statement.
Starting with the lower deck, which is where most of the
And before we proceed, the Chair would like to acknowledge and thank the presence of the Majority Leader, Sen. Francis. Salamat po. Please proceed, Sen. Rafi.
Okay, as you can see, that's the fishing vessel. At nabanggit yan ni Alice Goo
Starting with the lower deck,
during
which is where
one of
most
the
of the
hearings.
action happens.
Sheila Goo, na sumakay sila sa maliit na boat, kulay puti, and then nag-transfer sa isang fishing vessel. So maaring ganun yung ginamit na roll, yung video. And then papakita po natin kung paano na hindi na niya kailangan pang sumampa from boat to boat dahil select din po namin from July 1 to July 20 yung route na binanggit ni Sheila Goo ay medyo rough ang dagat, medyo maalon, abagat, kaya imposibleng basta-basta na lamang sila makapagsampa without the aid of that fishing vessel that I showed. Wala ba tayong moving? Mabilis lang.
Proceed to show the video, please. As part of the opening statement. Or kung hindi pa kaya sa ngayon, Sen. Rafi, baka sa bahagi ng pagtatanong nyo mamaya.
Yes. Today, Madam Chair, with the help of our resource speakers from the Coast Guard, Immigration, CAAP, and other relevant agencies, I would like to identify the weak points in our border control. Madam Chair, our country's borders is very complicated. Every shoreline could serve as an exit point. And this makes the Philippines a potential hub for transnational crimes. We have to review our border control and transportation regulations policies. Wala po sa mga commercial modes of transportation ang problema. Kasi ang kriminal, hindi naman po sasakayan ng MRT. Usually sarili niyang motorsiklo or heavily tainted na van. Ganon din po sa sea and air transport. Ang kriminal na may pera ay may ibang paraan ng paglalakbay. On another matter, Madam Chair, I would like also for us to look into the process and protocol in extracting fugitives in our country. This is not our first fugitive extraction. We have undergone this process before. But what was the reason why there seemed to be a different protocol with Alice Go's extraction? Yusek Raul Vasquez said that it was just an immigration to immigration issue. Si Alice Goo, tulad ni Sheila Goo at Cassandra Ong, ay hinuli ng Indonesian authorities dahil sa immigration violation. Dahil dalawang passport at hindi proper ang entry documents. That was the process that was followed because it is fast, efficient, and least expensive dahil nga immigration to immigration lang. Exclusion removal on their side and extraction on our side. In fact, with the two ladies, Sheila Goo and Cassandra Ong, there were just 2 immigration officers and 2 NBI officers who processed their extraction and they took a regular commercial flight. What was the thought process behind the alternate protocol in the case of Alice Goo? The Senate arrest order was issued prior to the warrant issued by the Capas Tarlac RTC. I want this to be clarified in this hearing. And finally, was the dismissal of Alice Goo from being mayor a scheme for the filing of the case in Capas Tarlac? Would it not be better if this case was filed in a court outside the jurisdiction of Tarlac, which Alice Goo treated as her playground? Of course, we assume that there is a regularity in our court processes. But maybe we should realign our policies to ensure that it cannot be manipulated. Because, let's face it, kung may natutunan tayo dito sa kwento ni Alice Goo, basta't may pera ka, walang imposible. Salamat po, Madam Chair.
Salamat din po, Sen. Rafi. Kung wala na pong ibang opening statements, may I request COMSEC i-acknowledge yung ating mga resource persons at pagkatapos i-administer yung oath sa mga hindi pa nakapanumpa-noon.
Good morning, everyone. The committee would like to acknowledge the presence of the following resource persons. From the Department of Justice, we have Assistant Secretary Francis John L. Tejano, Attorney Mariel Francisco, Attorney Hannah Lizette Manalili, Attorney Benjamin Samson. Then from the Office of the Solicitor General, we have Assistant Solicitor General James Condangan, State Solicitor June Abigail de la Cruz. Then from the National Police, Philippine National Police, we have Police Colonel Isagani Fetasanan. Okay. Then we have from the still from the Philippine National Police, CIDG, Police Brigadier Police General Raul Takaka. Then from Police Colonel J. Dimaandal. From the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we have Maricar Magpili. Okay, from the Department of Foreign Affairs, we have Director Lailani Feliciano, Director Von Ryan Pangwi. Then from the Department of Interior and Local Government, we have Assistant Secretary Romeo Benitez. From the Department of Transportation, we have ASEC Enrique Antonio Esquivel. From the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, we have Undersecretary Gilberto Cruz. We have Director Winston John Casio. Then from the Interagency Council Against Trafficking, we have Undersecretary Nicholas Felix T. From the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, we have a chairperson, Mr. Alejandro Tenco. Together with General Raul Villanueva, Attorney Josephine Pagdanganan, Attorney Aliyah Kumagul. Then from the Anti-Money Laundering Council, we have Attorney Adrian Arpon. We have Attorney Arnold Cabanglit. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, we have Attorney Scraton Orculio, Attorney Edgar Alan Reyes. Then from the Bureau of Immigration, we have Commissioner Norman Tansinco, together with Fortunato Manahan Jr., Attorney Arvin Cesar Santos. From the Immigration Regulations Division, we have Chief Rogelio Guivero Jr. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Judge Jaime Santiago. Then from the Philippine Statistic Authority, we have Engineer Marisa Grande. We have Attorney Eliezer Ambatali. From the Manila International Airport Authority, we have the General Manager, Mr. Eric Jose C. Ines. From the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, we have Attorney Roberto Martin Buenaventura. Okay. From the Maritime Industry Authority, we have Attorney Mary Margaret Espino. Then from the Philippine Coast Guard, we have Vice Admiral Rolando Lizor Punsalan Jr. We have Captain Oliver Tanseco. Okay. We have Captain Habelino Sali. We have Commander Maria Gloria Bermido Salcedo. Okay. And then we have Bernadette Gutierrez. From the Philippine Navy, we have Rear Admiral Jose Maria Ambrosio Espileta. Then Captain Marco Buena. We have Captain Isilito Lagadia Jr. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have Attorney Gerardo F. Del Rosario. Then we have Miss Cheryl Medina, the Executive Assistant of Mayor Calugay. Then we have Mr. Jose Antonio T. Feliciano, the former mayor of Bamban Tarlac. Then we have Miss Alice Goo alias Gua Haping. Then Miss Sheila Guo alias Sangmir. Then we have Attorney Elmer Galicia, Attorney Stephen L. David, Miss Rosaline Baterna, the Corporate Secretary of Lucky South 99. That's all, Madam Chair. We also
Thank you,
invited,
Comsec. Yes,
we
please
invited
proceed.
Mayor Calugay, but he sent his letter of regrets.
This is the second time that Mayor Calugay is absent. Nung unang imbitasyon sa kanila ng komite, sinabi nila may sakit sila sa dengue. This is the second inability to honor the invitation of the committee. So at the proper time, I will
move now,
yes,
Madam
please,
Chair.
Sen.
I will
Joel,
move
if you
now
would.
that we issue a subpoena, Madam Chair, to this Mayor Calugay, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair of Sual, Pangasinan. I so move, Madam Chair.
Yes, the chair.
Second the motion.
Thank you very much. On the motion of Sen. Joel, as seconded by the Senate President Pro Tempore Sen. Jinggoy, the chair rules that the committee issue a subpoena for the good mayor na kailangan makadalo na sila sa susunod na pagdinig.
Chair, may I
Yes, Sen. Joel.
ask if we were able to invite the Secretary of Mayor Calugay, a certain Cherry, which is she around? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Also, Comsec, I heard the name Cassandra Leong. nandito ba siya ngayon ulit? O nandito na ba siya sa atin?
Madam Chair, she is still at the hospital, but we sent a letter to the speaker requesting the presence of Ms. Cassandra Ong here. But there's no reply from the office of the speaker.
Well, the committee hopes that there will be a reply
actually-
forthcoming from the office of the speaker. Yes,
Well,
Comsec.
there's a reply, if I may read, this of your committee to allow Ms. Catherine Cassandra Leong to attend the public hearing on September 9, 2024 at the Senate. Please know that this request has been approved by the Joint Justice Committee. However, please be informed that Ms. Ong is still confined at the hospital in Taguig. Our latest update is that she may be discharged from confinement either tonight or Tuesday, tomorrow.
That's good to know, Comsec, at salamat sa sagot ng Office of the Speaker. We have that in writing, hindi lang sa cellphone. Okay po. And tamang-tama kung di-discharge na siya ngayong gabi kasi actually ang alam natin last time, Huwebes, 2 to 3 days lamang siya pinapapahinga ng doctor ng House. So she should really be here at the next hearing. Yes, Sen. Joel.
Yes, Madam Chair, following the opening statements a while ago of Senator Raffy, and I think it's very important that we set the record straight when it comes to the contempt powers of the Senate, the jurisdiction and the pending court cases. And I can see two brilliant legal luminaries here on this August chamber. Madam Chair, just for the record and for the sake of clarification, is it correct that Ms. Alice Go is still under contempt for her failure to attend the two hearings of this Senate committee, June 26 and July 10 hearing? Is that an affirmative, Madam Chair?
That is correct, Sen. Joel. Alice Go or Go Huaping is still subject to the citation of contempt of this committee and the Senate.
So live pa rin po ito, Madam Chair. Pangalawa, yung jurisdiction, no? May we know the committee's position as to the jurisdiction and the period of imprisonment under the inherent contempt powers of the Senate, Madam Chair?
Sen. Joel, those are actually among the questions that not only the chair, but I'm sure the colleagues will be raising during this hearing. And by the end of the hearing, gusto kong makapagbuo talaga ng ruling ang chair at ang komite tungkol sa importanteng usaping ito. Kasi napaka-importante po sa komite at sa buong Senado na nire-respeto ng mga resource persons ang powers at ang rulings ng Senado. In the same way, we give equal respect to the co-equal branches of government. Before the chair asks the COMSEC to administer the oath to our resource persons, I will call on the majority leader and then we will proceed to the administering of the oath. Yes, Sen. Francis.
Madam Chair, good morning. Germane to the statement given by Senator Joel Villanueva, at the proper time, mamaya po, I will file a motion directing this committee to take cognizance of Ms. Alice Go at dito na muna iditini sa Senado.
Thank you.
I serve notice, Madam Chair. I have with me bags of jurisprudence to back up my claim.
Thank you very much,
Madam Chair.
Majority Leader. The chair will welcome that motion at the proper time and
Madam
will
Chair, I still
rule on it accordingly. Yes, and Joel.
very much, Madam Chair, and I'd like to thank our majority leader for raising that up because that is precisely what we wanted to tackle, Madam Chair, because let me just put into the records of this August chamber the landmark case of Arnold versus Nazareno. This is a landmark case. It was stated that obedience to its process may be enforced by the Senate committee if the subject investigation before it was within the range of legitimate legislative inquiry. Accordingly, Madam Chair, as you mentioned, live yung ating contempt citation kay Alice Go. As long as there is legitimate legislative inquiry, then the inherent power of contempt by the Senate may be properly exercised. Conversely, Madam Chair, once the legislative inquiry concludes, the exercise of the inherent power of contempt ceases and there is no more genuine necessity to penalize the detained witness. I was about to ask that question, Madam Chair, before the majority leader made that statement of his intention, and it's also the intention of this representation to make a motion, Madam Chair, because the question will be, will Ms. Guo's presence here today not interfere with her pending cases in court? I would say no. And that is the position of this humble representation. And we wanted also to know the position of this committee. Madam Chair, I don't think that the mere filing of a criminal complaint before a court should not automatically bar the conduct of legislative investigation. At alam na alam ni Senator Jinggoy ito kasi yung Regis Romero II versus Senator Jinggoy Estrada, yung pong nakalagay po doon sa desisyon, the power of legislative inquiry cannot be made subordinate to a criminal or administrative investigation. And so I remain steadfast with that position, Madam Chair, and let me place it into the records that it should not that we have jurisdiction, Madam Chair. Considering also that we were the first one who issued the warrant of arrest, Madam Chair. And last but not the least, before we start, I know everyone wanted to ask questions. I wanted to raise this, and considering that we have Senator Francis Tolentino and Senator Racoco Pimentel with us here today, if you look at RA number 100660, this is an act strengthening further the functional and structural organization of the Sandigan Bayan, further amending Presidential Decree number 1606. It states there, Madam Chair, section, what's that particular section? Section 5, if I'm not mistaken, Madam Chair, that the regional trial courts shall have exclusive original jurisdiction where the information does not allege any damage to the government or any bribery. Letter B, alleges damage to the government or bribery arising from the same closely related transactions or acts in amount not exceeding to 1 million pesos. So yun po yung nangyari, no? But, Madam Chair, it should not be the Capas Regional Trial Court, but a different court should handle the case of Miss Alice. Under Republic Act number 10660, Madam Chair, it states there that cases, and we talk about it on the sidelines with our minority leader, it says there, cases falling under the jurisdiction of the Regional Trial Court under this section shall be tried in a judicial region other than where the official holds office. So I submit to the wisdom of this committee, and again, wanted to put that into the records. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you also, Sen. Joel. Of course, that is a substantive question already. So yung tanong tungkol sa criminal jurisdiction, siguradong i-discuss pa natin mamaya ng konti sa hearing na ito. Pero mayaman na yung mga predicate na inilatag para sa motion na ihahain ni Majority Leader Sen. Francis mamaya at pati ni Sen. Joel. At gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, dahil talagang ang Senado ang unang nag-issue ng warrant kaugnay ni Alice Guo at nag-trigger ng manhunt para sa kanya, the Chair will welcome that motion, and ano pa man yung magiging ruling ng Chair, makakapag-coordinate naman at magko-coordinate kung sakali ang komiteng ito sa korte which has jurisdiction of her detention at the moment. So maraming salamat po mga kasama para dito sa ating unang round ng exchanges. Comsec, panumpain yung mga hindi pa nakapapanumpa.
May I request those who have not taken their oath during the previous hearings to please stand up, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, please state your name, do solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to this committee. Thank you. You may now take your seat.
Salamat, Comsec. Ms. Sheila, napansin ko na nagsumpa kayo ulit, hindi na sana kailangan, no? Dahil nakapagsumpa na kayo noon. But you remain under oath, so that is fine. Alright, so magsisimula ako sa mga tanong kay Ms. Alice. So after months of evading the Senate, ngayon nandito ka na. Sumagot po kayo ng kumpleto at makatotohanan sa aming komite. Dahil ang komite po namin, pinatratong maayos yung mga nagsasabi ng totoo sa amin at rumerespeto sa aming komite at saka sa Senado. Naintindihan niyo po yun, Miss Alice?
Opo, Madam Chair.
Alright. So, can you finally confirm before this committee, kayo ba si Guo Huaping? At bago niyo po i-invoke yung right against self-incrimination, hindi naman kayo yung nag-file ng inyong late registration of live birth, diba? So, you are not incriminating yourself. So, are you Guo Huaping?
Madam Chair, may mga kaso na po na final po sa akin po sa court, kaya hindi ko po siya masagot po sa inyo ngayon.
I don't think yung tanong ko ay may kinalaman sa kaso sa inyo, lalo na may prueba nang na-establish ang NBI at yung isa pang ahensya, kinukumpara yung fingerprints ni Guo Huaping at fingerprints nyo bilang Alice Guo at parehong sinabi nilang magkaparehong taong ito. So, for your own sake at para sa kabatiran ng aming komite, just one last time on this very simple fundamental question. Ikaw ba si Guo Huaping?
Madam Chair, hindi ko po kino-confirm at may kaso na po sa akin sinampa, sasagutin ko po sa korte po.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Senjoro. One related question.
Madam Chair, may I invoke? I am not going to invoke or raise a point of order, but may I invoke Section 19 of our Senate rules, which states the privilege against self-incrimination. A witness can only invoke his right or her right to self-incrimination, Madam Chair, only when a question which tends to elicit an answer that will incriminate him or her is propounded to her. However, Madam Chair, the witness or the resource person may offer to answer any question in an executive session. So I would just like to invoke that, Madam Chair, because the chairperson already stated that it will not in any way incriminate her, Madam Chair. Just to put that on record.
Salamat, Sen Joel. Exactly. So, inulit, no? Yung sinabi ko na sa inyo kanina, hindi naman kayo mai-incriminate, simpleng tanong kung sino ka. And additionally, unless hihingi pa tayo ng executive session, no? Lilipat pa kami kasama nyo sa ibang kwarto para lang masagot nyo sino ba kayo talaga or palalabasin ng chair lahat ng mga taong ito para lang mag-executive session. And before I proceed, I just like to recognize the presence of Sen Loren. Salamat, Sen Loren, for your
Good morning, Madam
participation
Chair.
today. Good morning po. Miss Alice, gusto kong ipaalala sa'yo na ayon mismo sa Korte Suprema, in the case of Office of the Court Administrator versus you, quote, the right to self-incrimination does not prohibit legitimate inquiry in non-criminal matters. So yung tanong na, sino ka ba? Ikaw ba si Guo Huaping? Hindi yan criminal matter. Hindi yan bagay na isight kaugnay ng mga kaso. Identity questions are within the purview of the committee. The Senate has a right to know. Sino bang kausap namin? Yung talagang totoong taong akala namin or ibang tao. No? The Senate has the right to ascertain who the resource persons are, who you say that you are. Sige, i-rephrase ko na lang. Okay, do you have something to say at this point, Miss Alice?
Opo, Madam Chair, ako po si Alice Guo.
Well, napatunayan na po namin na hindi kayo si Alice Guo. Kayo ay totoong si Guo Huaping. Hindi lang ang komite ang umabot sa ganyang conclusion, ang NBI mismo at ang isa pang ahensya. If you insist not to answer kung kayo si Guo Huaping, i-rephrase ko yung tanong ko. Ang tatay mo ay si Guo Jianzhong at ang nanay mo ay si Lin Wenyi. Tama ba?
Ang tatay ko po si Guo Jianzhong po, Madam Chair.
At
nanay niyo? Nanay si Lin Wenyi.
Nako, Miss Alice, binabaliktad nyo na yung sinabi nyo sa isang previous hearing, no? Yung bank document na to, nililista ninyo, kasi bank document mo ito, nilista mo dito bilang nanay mo, si Lin Wenyi. So, baliktad na, pinasinungalingan mo yung sinubmit mong bank document noon sa sinabi mo ngayon na hindi mo nanay si Lin Wenyi. You were born in China, not in Tarlac. Tama po ba?
Ang alam ko po, I was born in Tarlac po, Madam Chair.
Ang childhood mo, mula sabihin natin 0 to 12 years old, ay sa China, tama? Kaya wala kang maalala, wala kang makwento sa amin ni isang alaala ng pagkabata mo sa Tarlac, di ba?
Masarap ng isang buong manok.
Yes, and Lauren, for one related question.
Statement. Nag-off na po siya. Pero maliwanag na nagsisinungaling kung saan siya napanganak. So, I bring that to the body. Opening pa lang, nagsisinungaling na. Alam naman nating lahat na may mga ahensya ng gobyerno na nagbigay ng mga birth certificate at inamin na nila ng PSA sa mga dayuhan at kasama siya doon. So, umpisa pa lang, ini-insist niya, pinagpipilitan niyang napanganak sa Tarlac. Wala na pong maniniwala yan. Alam na po natin yan. So, I'm just putting that on record. How can we extract the truth if the first question, wala pang ang question, ay nagsisinungaling na?
Salamat, Sen. Lauren. So, thank you. At nakahanda na nga at lalong tumitibay yung ihahaing motion ni na Majority Leader at Sen. Joel
Madam
at
Chair.
for proper time.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Sen. Rafi, for one related question.
Noong May 22 this year, hinamon ko si Alice Goo kung willing siya mag-undergo ng lie detector test. Hanggang ngayon, okay ka pa rin ba, Miss Alice Goo? Papayag ka pa ba magpa-lie detector test para malaman natin yung mga sinabi mo, ibabangga natin doon sa mga alam namin. Are you still willing?
Miss Alice.
Madam Chair, pwede ko po i-consult po muna.
Sino ang iko-consult mo?
Consult ko po sa lawyer po muna.
Alright, you can do that during this hearing.
Ay, thank you po.
Balikan po namin yung tanong na iyon during this hearing.
Thank you.
Ngayon,
This
yes,
is related.
Sen.
This is
Joel, a
related, Madam
related
Chair.
question.
Very related. Madam Chair, obviously itong nambasto sa Senado ay wala pa ring konsensya para magsalita ng katotohanan sa atin, Madam Chair. Yung simpleng tanong nyo kanina, Madam Chair, siya ba si Gua Huaping? Kahit po magsinungaling siya, hindi siya sumagot, kung ano-anong sabihin po niya sa atin. Madam Chair, ang NBI mismo ay nagkaroon ng fingerprints ni Alice Goo at nitong si Chinese National Gua Huaping. At in-establish po doon na match and the same person, si Gua Huaping at si Alice Goo. So ang tanong na lang siguro, Alice, ikaw ba naniniwala doon sa pagmamatch sa finger prints that match na ginawa nitong NBI na ikaw si Gua Huaping at si Alice Goo ay iisang tao?
Miss Alice.
Madam Chair, honestly po, hindi ko po alam kung paano po nangyari. Basta alam ko po si Alice Goo po. At pasensya na rin po kung hindi po kayo naniniwala. Ako sinasabi ko, as much as possible po, gusto ko rin pong sabihin po sa inyo lahat at sa mga magiging questions nyo rin po sa akin mamaya, may consideration lang din po ako sa safety ko rin po.
Well, tatanungin ko rin kayo tungkol diyang sinasabi niyong safety niyo mamaya. Pero ibig sabihin din, bawat tanong namin ngayon, dahil paiksi na yung panahon, pasara na yung window of opportunity niyo, bawat tanong namin ay pagkakataon sa'yo magsabi na ng totoo at wag nang magsinungaling sa komiteng ito. Miss Alice.
Short interjection.
Yes, Senator Roy, for one related question.
May ask from the chair kung pwede natin ipaklaro sa kanya ano yung safety consideration na sinasabi niya para maklaro tayo kasi kung palagi siya mag-input ng safety, hindi natin alam kung anong safety na sabi. Kung meron bang interesado sa buhay niya na isang malaking sindikato na siya ay papatahimikin o ano bang safety na sinasabi niya, Madam Chair?
Miss Alice, tatanungin ko rin sana sa iyo yan mamaya ng konti. But briefly, simulan yung sagutin yung tanong ni Senator Roy. Ano ba yung sinasabi niyong safety na iyan?
Tungkol po sa personal ko pong safety po.
Kaya nga, ano yun? Anong threat, anong safety? So anong threat nakikita mo?
May
Para matulungan ka namin. Sige.
May death threat po.
May death threat.
Sino?
Hindi ko lang po may discuss po dito in public po.
Why don't you discuss it in public? The people ought to know about it.
May death threat po na may
Sino ang nagbabanta sa'yo sa buhay mo?
Kung ayaw mo pang sagutin ngayon, Miss Alice, hindi kayo makakatakas sa tanong na yun. Tatanungin ko rin kayo dyan.
Madam Chair, wala po din naman po akong plan po na takasan po yung question po. However po, meron lang din po talaga na safety concern po sa sarili ko po, na security concern po, na death threat po na minigay po sa akin. Kaya hindi ko lang po ma-discuss po sa public po.
Madam,
Yes,
Miss Alice, nung nakita kayo ni Secretary Abalos, ang una mong sinabi kay Secretary Abalos, tulungan mo ako, Sec, may death threats ako. Sino ang nagbabanta sa'yo?
sagutin mo na ng maiksi at diretso, Miss Alice.
Opo. Sen, pasensya na po, hindi ko kasi masabi po in public. Kasi nga po, may safety problem nga po ako.
Madam Chair, that answer is unacceptable. As far
It's unacceptable, Senator. Pero sasagutin na.
may committee sa kanyang safety, pag ganun.
Wala namin kung binobola mo kami rito.
Pagkatapos ng kaming bastusin, gaganyanin mo kami ngayon, sasagutin mo kaming ganyan, pagkatapos mo kaming bastusin, pagkatapos mo kaming takasan, sasabihin mo may death threat ka, tapos di mo masabi kung saan galing yung death threat mo. Hindi mo masabi kung dito sa Pilipinas o sa abroad.
Miss Alice, pinaalalahanan kita, you never raised security concerns to the committee before. Nito na lamang na aresto ka na at ibinalat dito. Tatanungin pa rin talaga kita dun sa sinasabi mong death threats na yan, na ngayon lang namin narinig yan. Balikan ko lang muna, yung kumbaga prejudicial question para sa amin, yung identity ninyo. You entered the country as Guo Huaping in 2003, correct? Ikaw ay 12 or 13 years old pa lamang noon, correct?
Madam Chair, wala po akong record po niyan.
Oh, speaking of records, have you ever had a Chinese passport?
Ang alam ko po, Madam Chair, Filipino passport po.
Filipino passport? Sa pagkaalam namin, nagkaroon ka ng Chinese passport, hindi mo lang ni-renew, nag-lapse yun. So, Alice Guo, alias Guo Huaping, Filipino ka ba?
Opo, Filipino po ako, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
Yes, and Lauren, for
thank you.
one related question.
Since yung sinabi po nyo, kung meron siyang passport na Philippine passport, sinabi niya meron siya. Tapatin lang tayo. Sino ang nagbigay ng Philippine passport? Sino rin nag-issue ng kanyang Philippine birth certificate? Pag sinabi mo yon, we can protect you. Pag sinabi mo yung totoo, paano ka naging Pilipino, paano ka nagkaroon ng passport, then you're answering us properly, we can perhaps protect you. But if you keep on lying to us, you will sink in a web of lies. Hindi ka namin maprotektahan sa mga sindikatong naghahabol sa'yo. I suggest to answer that. How did she get her Philippine birth certificate from the PSA or the satellite office, and how she acquired her Philippine passport from the DFA? We have to find out the syndicates in the government agencies.
Madam Chair.
Record para sa kabatiran ng lahat. At lumabas na po ito sa mga nakaaraang paring mayroong birth certificate na nakuha through late registration of live birth, pero mismo ang PSA, I'm sure mako-confirm ito ni Engineer Grande later, Engineer Mariza, ang PSA mismo ang nagsabing irregular ang birth certificate na iyon. Kaya pinulog nila sa Office of the Solicitor General na kanselahin na ito. But apparently, habang hawak pa yung irregular birth certificate na iyon, nagamit para makakuha ng Filipino passport. Pero sa pagkaalam din ng aming komite, nagkaroon ka, Miss Alice, ng Chinese passport. Kaya sa lahat ng mga tanong na ito so far, bakit ayaw mo sumagot? Wala namang self-incriminating sa mga tanong na ito. You are only being asked, in fact, you are only being asked about your previous answers to the committee. Yung mga previous documents na sinabit mo sa mga bangko na nakuha namin. So please stop being evasive. Stop being evasive before this committee. Finlash namin ulit yung dactyloscopy report ng NBI, no? Result of examination, after a thorough examination and analysis, fingerprints of Guo Huaping, Ilin, and fingerprints of Guo Alice Ileal were found identical. Opinion, NBI to, in view of the foregoing, Fingerprints of Guo Huaping Ilin and fingerprints of Guo Alice Ilial were affixed by one and the same person. Isang tao lamang. Yun yung una-unang tanong ko sa inyo, pero nagsinungaling pa rin kayo. Now, once and for all, Alice Guo, alias Guo Huaping, I am giving you the opportunity to explain why you should not be cited in contempt for lying before this committee and for providing untruthful and evasive testimony. Miss Alice?
Madam Chair, lumaki po ako, alam ko po ako ay isang Filipino.
1 minute suspension. Pahingi po sa mga kasama na a quick Sen. Rafi, if you will allow, I request you and all the colleagues, mag 1 minute suspension tayo, a quick discussion sa ating mga senador, kung maaari po. We are suspended for...
Mabilis lang to sana, Madam Chair.
Please, Sen. Rafi, and then please, we need to take a 1 minute suspension. Yes, Sen. Rafi.
Malala ko yung sa previous hearings ng committee ninyo, nabanggit yung pangalan John Patrick Samson na supposed to be fixer na tumulong para ma-facilitate yung pagkakuha ng late registration, birth certificate hanggang passport ni Miss Alice Guo. Bakit hindi po natin siya inimbitahan?
Salamat, Sen. Rafi. Actually, iimbitahin natin yung si John Samson sa susunod na pagdinig. Bahagi po siya ng tanong ko mamaya-maya sa ibang resource person natin. So let us...
Last na po.
Yes, please. Last na and before we suspend.
Last hearing, merong sinulat si Sheila Go sa papel na sabi niya secretary. Hindi naman yun sa executive session. So pwede bang may divulge kung sino yung dalawang pangalan na sinulat na hindi nabanggit sa hearing ng mga senador?
Mamaya po ay i-divulge din yung dalawang pangalang iyon, pero meron na pong isang related resource person sa dalawang iyon na nandito ngayong araw at siguradong matatanong natin.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Rafi. Joel, before we suspend for 1 minute.
To suspend the deliberation, and I already anticipating, Madam Chair, what is going to happen when we suspend the deliberation. And I'm just giving one chance again to Alice, Madam Chair, because this will help me decide in the as we suspend the hearing today to talk about your fate as a resource person. If it is true, Miss Alice, ako muna, Miss Alice.
Miss Alice, pakinggan po ang senador.
Ako muna, attorney, please.
Attorney,
Sabi mo may death threat ka, pero ayaw mong sabihin kung saan nang gagaling yung death threat mo. Ni ayaw mong sabihin ba sa amin kung ito'y tawag o sulat o text? Kasi kung hindi ka totoong nagsasabing may death threat ka.
Miss Alice.
Opo, Sen, magsasabi po ako, wag lang po in public.
May death threat ka ba?
Meron po. Magsasabi po ako, wag lang po in public.
Well, I will accept that, Madam Chair, but ang problem kasi is kung yung death threat na yan, totoo o hindi, Madam Chair, dahil ayaw talaga niya magsalita. I will yield, Madam Chair, to the wisdom of the committee. Thank you.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. At saka ang hirap kasi, ang dami mo nang sinabing hindi totoo eh. Tapos babalik ka dito, magsasabi ka na naman ng isang malaking kwento, pinakamalaki so far, death threat. Kaya siguro naman maintindihan mo, bakit hindi kami maniwala. Hindi na pa nga pinatotohanan yung mga unang kasinungalingan mo. Ngayon may bago ka namang gusto mong paniwalaan namin. So we will suspend for 1 minute and then resume after 1 minute. Hearing suspended.
Pero gusto ko ipakita natin sa kanya.
Comsec, pwede ba nating i-flash ulit yung ACR na yon at ipakita ulit kay Alice Guo?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Sen. Rafi. Unrelated questions.
Yes, August 27, 2024 hearing, page 141 of the transcript. Inamin ni Sheila Guo na meron dalawang passport si Alice Guo. So that means dual citizen siya? Chinese and Filipino?
Alright, salamat Sen. Rafi sa pagpapaalala. So dual citizen pala kayo kahit sa pagkaalam ni Miss Sheila Guo sa paalala ni Sen. Rafi. And in fact, alam niyo ba na hindi pinapayagan ng dual citizenship sa China? Dito lang sa Pilipinas meron na ganyan. Pero sa China, bawal yun eh. And yet, you have both Filipino and Chinese passports sa testimonya ni Sheila Guo.
Madam Chair, I have only one Filipino passport po.
Yes, you have only one Filipino passport, but you have a Chinese passport.
Wala po akong Chinese passport po.
Okay, Comsec, pwede natin ipakita yung hinihingi naming ACR before we act on we finalize the motion of the chair seconded by Sen. Joel. Okay, so baka pwedeng, yan na ba yung pinakamalaki? Alright, so ito po ang ACR for...
Hindi na yan musmus na bata, di ba? May consciousness na yung nakalitrato dyan eh. O yan ang tanong natin kay Alice Guo. Alice, naalala mo na in-accomplish mo yung form na yan, na nag-fingerprint ka pa, voluntarily dyan, linagay mo. Naalala mo o hindi?
Sen, wala pa ako naalala na ganun na dokumento po ginawa.
Okay.
Ang incredulous man mo. Pati yung tagman niya dyan, looks like yung tagman niya sa iba pang mga dokumento.
That's it, Madam Chair. That convinces me of the lying. So, I think, tapos na po yung ano nyo eh. Na-declare nyo na siya in contempt eh. Nag-elaborate lang naman ako na, tapos na po, na-declare nyo na po siya. On the lying pa ito, not on the refusal to answer sa death threat. So, sorry, Alice, I gave you a chance. You mean to say, pati yung paglalagay ng fingerprint mo ron, hindi mo naalala. So, medyo, ano na po yun, medyo, Blair, too difficult masyado nang mahirap paniwalaan na, paano, tulog ka, kinuha ang fingerprints mo, pinilit ka. I mean, it's too much, but, hindi na po sanggol yung nandun sa litrato. So, with that, Mr. Chair, it puts to rest your contempt citation of the resource person. Thank you. Madam Chair. Isa lang, Madam Chair, if I may.
Salamat kaayo, Mayno. SP Pro Temp, G-Boy, nag-return
Pam-mark ka dyan. Ilang taon ka?
Sen, wala pa ako maalala na nag-thumbprint po ako niyan.
Pam-mark ba niyan? Di mo maalala na nag-mark ka? Ilang taon ka nung nag-mark ka dyan? You do not know how old were you?
Wala pa ako naalala, Sen, na may ginawa pa akong thumbmark po sa ganung papel po.
May pirma ba yan? May pirma?
May pirma.
Did you sign it? Did you sign it? Wala ka rin maalala na pinirmahan mo? Ha?
Wala po.
Sa ACR.
Pirma mo ba yan?
Tingnan natin ulit yung ACR.
Pirma mo.
Yes, ipakita natin yung kaninang ACR form, yung may photo, fingerprints at saka pirma.
Oh, yan, may signature. Is that your signature?
So, ang pinapakita natin, yung fingerprints ni Alice Guo, pero nung kinumpara ng NBI dun sa fingerprints ni Guo Huaping, identical, matched po.
Teka muna pala.
Madam Chair.
Let her answer. Is that your signature, Alice? Pati.
Doon sa under po ng picture po, signature ko po yun, pero hindi ko po alam paano nangyari po yun.
Pero hindi mo alam yun.
Hindi ko po talaga alam, Sen.
Hindi mo alam na pinirmahan mo, pirma mo yan?
Sen, hindi po, wala pa akong pinirmahan po ng ganung dokumento, pero signature ko po siya, pero wala pa ako na pirmahan po ng ganung dokumento.
No-confirm mo na signature mo yan sa form na yan.
Kino-confirm ko lang po, Madam Chair, yung signature po under po ng picture is my signature.
But you don't remember when you signed that?
Wala
Paper.
Wala pa akong ginawa na ganun po.
It is impossible to fake fingerprints. Kinonfirm mo na pirma mo yan, yung fingerprints dito at yung fingerprints dun sa dokumento ni Guo Huaping ay na-match ng NBI. Iisang tao lamang po. Yun po yun.
Okay, Madam Chair, just one,
Sen Joel.
so sick and tired na whether Huaping and Alice Go identical at iisa dahil convinced na po tayo dun eh. I mean, how can you doctor yung mga fingerprints, Madam Chair? So, ayaw niyang sagutin yon, but overwhelming, siya ho yun, si Gua Huaping. Kaya baka dapat ang tawag natin sa kanya Gua Huaping, hindi Alice Go, dahil mahirap na tawagin siyang Alice Go, hindi naman pala siya Pilipino. But let me just ask yung tinatanong kanina ni Sen Jinggoy, kilalan mo, Alice, Gua Huaping, yung tumawag sa'yo, na nagbibigay sa'yo ng death threat, kilala mo po yun. Diba? Kasi otherwise, hindi mo siya sasagutin at hindi mo kikilalanin na totoo at may bigat yung death threat sa'yo. Is that correct, Your Honor?
Your Honor, isa po doon, kilala ko po. Pero i-clarify ko lang po yung nakita ko po kanina sa monitor po. Yung signature po, akin po yung signature, pero hindi ko po alam kung bakit andyan po yung signature.
Hindi na ako nagtatanong hindi na ako nagtatanong ng Gua Huaping. Hindi na ako nagtatanong kasi klarong-klaro sa akin, hindi po pwedeng doktorin yung fingerprints mo. So ang tinatanong ko, kilala mo yung nag-death threat sa'yo, saan siya galing? Dito ba siya sa Pilipinas o sa abroad?
Local po, dito po.
Dito sa Pilipinas. So sa Pilipinas nanggagaling yung death threat mo. Kung sa Pilipinas nanggagaling yung death threat mo, nakita ko yung pagtatagpo ninyo ni PNP Chief tsaka ni SILG. Parang fan meet. At parang masyado kang talagang kang kampante. At nung in-interview ka, ang sabi mo, kasi secured ka, you feel safe. You feel safe. Nakasama mo ang SILG at PNP Chief. Ngayon, ang tanong ko, if you feel safe, nakasama mo ang PNP Chief at saka SILG, bakit ka pa kailangan lumabas ng Pilipinas? Dahil natatakot ka sa death threat mo. Bakit hindi ka na lang lumapit o nag-report sa PNP Chief o kay SILG?
Sagutin ko na po.
Yes, one more time, Miss Alice. One last time.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
You answer the question of Senator Joel.
Sen, okay lang po, paulit po. Sorry po.
Madam Chair, I hope the lawyers of Alice Go must advise their client to tell the truth.
Alice, nung nakita mo si SILG at si PNP Chief, ang sabi mo, happy ka at ikaw ay masaya, kitang-kita naman yun. Walang naitago sa sambayan ng Pilipino na at is ka. Kapapicture ka pang di ba? So, paano mo sasabihin na natatakot ka, may death threat ka sa Pilipinas, pero kailangan mong tumakas. Kailangan mo umalis ng Pilipinas, pero sabi mo, safe ka na makita mo ang PNP Chief, SILG, pero hindi ka lumapit sa kanila, hindi ka humingi ng tulong. Hindi nga mo nga sinabi na galing dito sa Pilipinas at tumawag sa'yo ng ilang beses yung nagde-death threat sa'yo.
Sen, doon sa question nyo po, dalawa pong answer ko po dyan. One po, kaya po ako nakasmile po, yan po yung para sa akin po na pinaka-language ko po sa family, sa mga tao po nagmamahal po sa akin na...
Hindi yun ang tanong ko. Hindi yun ang tanong ko.
Before we go further into this topic, para lang ma-settle itong pending issue, i-reiterate ko, no? I move to cite Guo Huaping, also known as Alice Guo, in contempt of the Senate for testifying falsely and evasively before this committee.
I second the motion, Madam Chair.
I second the motion.
Salamat, Sen JV at Sen Joel. With the motion duly seconded by Senator JV and Sen Joel, you are hereby cited in contempt. You will remain in the custody of the Senate until the conclusion of this committee's inquiry or until you finally recognize the authority of this body and grant even a semblance of respect for the laws of this country. The committee will coordinate with any court ordering your detention, pero re-respetuhin mo ang Senado.
Madam Chair, maybe the serious person to answer my question first, Madam Chair.
We will have one, Ms. Alice, isang huling sagot sa puntong ito sa tanong ni Sen. Joel, and then isang related na tanong kay Sen. Roy, and then itutuloy ng chair yung mga tanong ko, and the majority leader as well after Sen. Roy. Please answer the question of Sen. Joel, Ms. Alice.
Sen. Joel, na putol po kanina, yung first answer po, nasagot ko na po. Yung second answer naman po,
I'm not even asking that first answer that you were talking about, that it's a sign to whoever your fan base is. My only question is, why didn't you go straight to PNP chief and SILG? Why didn't you ask for police help? Because at the end of the day, ganun din pala yung gagawin mo. At sabi mo, dun ka, you feel safe. Pero hindi, tumakas ka, iniwanan mo kami, binastos mo kami, binastos mo yung buong gobyerno, hinalughog ka sa buong Pilipinas. Ay mga kapulisan natin, mga NBI, Coast Guards, talagang pinahirapan mo. Pero sasabihin mo ngayon, may death threat ka. At ngayon, kampante ka, na protektado ka. It doesn't make sense kasi, Alice. Guwahuwaping. Question. Bakit?
Sen, ang answer ko pa rin po dyan ay after wala rin po sa mind ko po na pwede ko pong gawin yan at pagkatapos ko po na share na meron pong death threat, I feel relieved po nung nakausap ko po sila.
Hindi mo pa rin sinasagot yung tanong. But anyway, hindi ka tumatakas sa Pilipinas dahil sa death threat. Yun ang pinasagot mo sa amin. Tumatakas ka dahil tinatakasan mo yung mga kaso mo. Tinatakasan mo yung mga criminal activities na ginawa mo.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Sen. Roy, one related question.
May this representation inquire as to the limit of the number of contempt citation that we can give to a particular resource person?
Ang dami kong dinadaanan.
Alright, ayan, subaybayan po natin yan.
Oxlack.
Yung limit dyan o unlimited tayo?
Walang limit po yun. Then, kapag ang resource person sumasagot ng totoo sa atin, hindi naman natin siya sinasite. Pero sa bawat meeting man lang, hindi siya magsabi ng totoo. So,
right
natin
now,
siyang incite in contempt.
right now, Madam Chair, she's facing 3 contempt citations already. If I'm correct, 3 na? O 2 pa? Yung previous niya, yung nirol mo ngayon lately, at saka,
Yes. Ang nauna pong citations in contempt natin dahil hindi siya nag-appear, dahil tumakas siya.
Na nag-appear siya, kinailangan na naman natin siyang i-cite in contempt dahil nag-appear man siya, evasive at false ang testimony siya sa atin. Nagsisinungaling siya sa komite.
and maybe this third question, Madam Chair, is pang-third na niya na contempt citation ito ngayon kung ayaw talaga niya mag-cooperate, yung source ng kanyang threat. Mahirap yun. I know yung ating rule dito sa committee is that we can only afford resource person an executive session when the matters being the matters to be discussed are involving national security and public interest. And for this matter, alam natin na very personal interest and personal security concern. But then, bakit ayaw niya mag-cooperate sa atin kung we are here to, Alice, we are here to help you. We are facing people from government. We can help you with that threat. Huwag kang matakot. Sino ba yung tao na yan? Siga ba talaga yan? Hindi yan kaya namin? Magsabi ka. Wala kami sasantuhin dito. Kahit kami, hindi na ako pulis. Kung senador ko ngayon, hindi ko pa rin sasantuhin niya kung sino yung tao niya na nagtitrade sa iyo. Sige nga, mag-cooperate ka sa amin kung sino yung source na yan para malaman natin ngayon at matulungan ka namin. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, just one...
Before, Miss Alice, sagutin mo yung tanong ni Sen. Roy, Sen. Loren, and then the majority leader is next.
To simplify, ang kailangan lang natin na impormasyon for now from Ms. Go is sino ba sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno o sa labas na mga fixer ang tumulong sa kanya para makakuha ng Philippine birth certificate. Pangalawa, at sino yung nagbigay ng Philippine passport. Ganun kasimple. Isang oras na tayo dito, maraming issues. Sagutin lang yon, matutulungan ka namin. And your lawyers will understand that. Yun lang. Sino? Dahil ang PSA, with all due respect, at ang DFA, mukhang napasukan ng sindikato. Paano natin bibigyan ng budget ang ahensya ng gobyerno sa panahon ngayon ng budgetary allocations for next year kung ang binabudgetan natin ay napasukan ng sindikato na kalaban ng taong bayan? So, ikaw ang susi na magsabi. Alam ni Senator Tulfo yung pangalan ng fixer mo. Ibunyag mo lang sa amin, paano? Kasi hindi lang ikaw. Inamin na ng PSA na meron higit sa 1,000 na nabigyan ng birth certificate.
1,200.
Ayun, exact number, 1,200. So, meron pa kaming hinahanap na balanse sa 1,200 na nagpapanggap na Alice Go.
Yun nga, Madam Chair.
Salamat,
Madam
Sen.
Chair.
Loren. Sen. Rafi, before the chair recognizes. So, for the record ulit, Sen. Loren, na-establish natin in previous hearings na finala ng late registration of live birth si Alice Go, inisyuhan ng birth certificate, pero dineclare na ng PSA na irregular yung birth certificate na iyon. Kaya pinapa-cancel sa Office of the Solicitor General. And then, if I may just finish, Sen. Rafi, before recognizing Majority Leader and then Sen. Rafi, kaya nakapagkuha ng Philippine passport. I will just recognize at this point now Majority Leader and then Sen. Rafi, and then itutuloy ng Chair yung questioning, and then each in order of arrival, beginning with the SP Pro Temp and the Senate Minority Leader, Sen. Joel et al., will have 15 minutes each per round. We can go to a second round pag may oras pa. So, Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, just an addendum to your earlier order citing in contempt Ms. Alice Go, may the committee secretariat be likewise directed at this instant using the fastest means of communications to inform Branch 109 of the Regional Trial Court based in Capas, Tarlac of the said citation, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Majo. Comsec, please do that. And please include in the communication to the good court yung sinabi ng chair kanina sa citation in contempt kay Alice Go o Go Hopping that this committee will coordinate with the court ordering her detention. So we will coordinate with that court.
And lastly,
Madam Chair, Madam Chair.
Lastly, Madam Chair, just
Madam Chair.
just in that
Yes,
particular
Sen. Joel and then Sen. Rafi.
communication to the court, we also would like to put into the records how much we appreciate, Madam Chair, the confirmation of the court and the respect of the court to this committee to allow Gua Huaping to appear before us, Madam Chair, because we wanted to put that into the records, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Oo, ina-appreciate ng buong komite at ng chair na pinaunlakan ng judge yung written request na ipaapirin at pasalitain sa ating komite si Alice Go Huaping. Kaya pinut on record na ng komite yung pag-cite in contempt kay Alice Go at bunga niyan, we will coordinate with the court dahil ito yung nag-order ng kanyang detention. So Sen. Rafi, and then the chair will continue with her
Thank you,
question.
Madam Chair. She's been very evasive from the get-go. Parang sasayangan tayo ng oras ng mga laway natin at karapatan naman niya na hindi magsalita at magsinungaling. Ang importante sa akin dito ngayon, yung sindikato lumalaki ng lumalaki habang tayo nag-uusap dito, tulad ng sinabi ni Sen. Lauren, yun talagang tinutumbok ko noon pa man, Madam Chair, at total nabanggit naman sa previous hearing, yung kasabwat na para siya ay makakuha ng birth certificate through late registration. Kailangan siguro isa sa matutumbukin natin para mabuwag ng sindikato na ito, sino-sino sa late registration sa local registrar's office ang makasabwat niya dyan sa Tarlac, kaya siya nakuha ng birth certificate, at sino yung mayor at that time, sino yung hepe ng local registrar's office, at ilan na ba ang mga Chinese national sa bayan na yung sa Tarlac ang nabigyan din ng birth certificate, Filipino birth certificate to late registration. Because napakalaking problema ito, Madam Chair. 1,200 sa Davao del Sur lamang yan. Yung foreign nationals na nabigyan ng Filipino birth certificate, naging instant Filipino citizen. Now, hindi lang po sa Davao del Sur, kundi sa iba't iba pang lugar sa bansa. And then the immigration mismo umamin na every single year since 2000, sila po ay nakakahuli ng mga Chinese nationals na pumapasok dito o lumalabas na gamit ay Philippine passport. And we're not doing anything about it. Since for decades, nobody's doing something na para buwagin yung sindikato na yun. Kasi kung hindi natin pag-uusapan ito at puro na lang tayo nakakonsentrate sa isang topic, lalawak ang sindikato until such time baka pagising natin na take over na tayo ng mga Chinese nationals. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat. Thank you, Sen. Rafi, and we will pursue those points during your question time. So, Alice, ituloy ko na yung mga tanong sa iyo. Marami lumabas na mga photo na kasama mo si Duan Ren Wu. This character has been identified as the big boss of the Pogo in Porac. Interesado ko malaman kung ang mga kakuntsaba mo sa Pogo ay mga kakuntsaba mo rin palabas. Tinulungan ka ba ni Duan Ren Wu na maka-eskapo?
Mars! Ano mo? Nag-claim ng international remittance sa Palawan.
Win-win ang feeling sa Palawan International.
Madam Chair, hindi po.
Well, kung hindi kanya tinulungan, Pilipinas. Miss Alice.
Umalis po kami, Madam Chair, by boat po.
By boat. Okay, paanong by boat? Ang balita ko may sinabihan ka na umalis ka sa pamamagitan ng hindi boat lang, isang yate. Tama po ba yon?
Yes po, meron po.
So yate ang sinakyan nyo.
Meron po kami sinakyan po na yate po.
Yes. Parang actually SP Pro Tem, para ito yung tanong dun sa McLaren. Noong una hindi mo maalala sino nagpahiram. Imposibleng magpapahiram ng napakamahal na kotse, lalo na napakamahal na boat, yate, na hindi mo alam at ipantatakas sa bansa. Ang tanong ni SP Pro Tem, sinong may-ari ng yate? At yon, at saan galing saan nyo sinakyan yung yate? Ano yung naging ruta nyo?
Sen, yung yate po, kung sino po yung may-ari ng yate po, hindi ko po talaga alam.
That is impossible. Okay, talagang dapat na na-cite namin kayo in contempt. Unbelievable
Madam Chair.
yung mga sagot. Sen.
With
Doroy,
the permission
related
of
question.
Senate Pro Tem, kung hindi mo alam kung kaninong yate yung ginamit niyo, at least alam mo siguro sino nag-facilitate para makasakay kayo sa yate na yon. Sino?
Sen, okay lang po ba na hindi ko po siya i-discuss sa inyo po?
No, it is not okay, Miss Alice.
Natatakot po ako, hindi ko po masabi.
No. Sino ang nag-facilitate? Yung tanong ni Sen. Doroy, sino nag-facilitate na magamit nyo yung yate?
Madam Chair, gustong-gusto ko pong sabihin pero hindi ko po masabi po sa public po.
Isulat mo sa
Isulat mo sa papel at ipapasa ng COMSEC sa aming mga senador dito. Isulat mo sa papel sino ang may-ari ng yate at sino nag-facilitate masakyan nyo yung yate.
Yung may-ari po tsaka yung nag-facilitate po, hindi po ako sure kung iisang tao po sila.
It doesn't matter. Isulat mo yung dalawa o iisang pangalan na iyon sa papel para mabasa naming lahat dito.
Sige na. Attorney David, you better tell your client to tell the truth and allow her to write in paper the owner of the yacht.
Miss Alice, isulat nyo na.
sumakay?
Andyan na yung
Sumakay?
papel.
Saan ka sumakay, Alice? Sa yate? Anong port?
Miss Alice, saan ka sumakay at anong naging rota mo?
Sen, kung isusulat ko po, okay lang po ba na hindi nyo po i-discuss po sa public?
Miss Alice, please do not tell the senators what to do with the information na halos kailangang bunutin namin sa inyo na parang ngipin.
Opo, pero
Write it
Sen,
on the
natatakot
paper.
po kasi ako.
Write it on the paper at i-appreciate namin pag nabasa na namin. Unbelievable. Yung ibang witnesses kailangan sumagot verbally. Pinagbibigyan namin yung isulat sa papel. Please do that now. May ibang witness na ginawa na yon sa nakaraang hearing. Please write down on paper.
Sulat mo na rin kung anong port, kung saan ka sumakay. Sige na, para isahan na lang.
At saka makadagdag,
Sen,
Madam
pasensya
Chair.
na po talaga pero natatakot po talaga ako.
Miss Alice, nauubos na yung pasensya namin dito.
Sana po maintindihan nyo rin po ako na natatakot po ako talaga.
Iniintindi ka namin at inaalam namin kung ano yung kinatatakutan mong sinasabi mong death threat, ayaw mo pang sabihin. Ngayon, mas simple, isulat sinong may-ari at facilitator sa yate at sabihin mo sa amin saan ka sumakay.
Sen, gustong-gusto ko po talaga i-discuss pero natatakot po ako.
Gusto mo pala di sabihin mo sa amin. Nakakapikong ka na, ha? Nakakagigil ka na.
At saka Miss Alice, nasa custody kayo ng PNP. Paano kayo papatayin doon? Imposible. You are within the most protective institution sa ating bansa. You are sa national headquarters ng Philippine National Police sa Camp Crame.
Yes.
Isulat mo na yung may-ari at facilitator sa yate.
Yes po, Madam Chair. Alam ko po, safe na safe po ako ngayon. Kaso lang nagwo-worry po ako pagkatapos po ng session, pagkatapos po ng hearing, ano pong mangyayari po sa akin. Doon po.
Let's take it one day at a time. One step at a time. First step, isulat mo sa papel. Sinong may-ari at facilitator sa yate?
Madam Chair, sana naman itong mga abogado ni Alice ay makiisa rin naman sana sa atin na although may duty kayo sa client niyo, pero ang inimbestigahan natin dito is sindikato na sabi nga ni Senator Tulfo, matagal itong sindikato na ito at wala tayong mapupuntahan nito, walang solusyon itong investigasyon na ito kung hindi natin matumbok ang sindikato. So ngayon, kung wala tayong makuha ditong informasyon, wala na. Baka hindi alam nito mga abogado ni Alice Go na later on baka sila rin mabibiktima nitong sindikato na ito kung hindi tayo magtutulungan nito. We need a whole of nation approach pagdating sa pagkumbat nitong mga baka ito transnational crimes na itong transnational criminal syndicates na itong involved dito. Kailangan magtutulungan tayo dito dahil bansa natin ang nakataya dito. Hindi lang si Alice Go. Alice Go, kayang-kaya kang protektahan ng PNP. Hindi ka mamamatay dyan. Kaya mag-cooperate ka naman sana para sa Pilipinas. Gumanda naman sana Pilipinas. Nayari yung mga sindikato na yan. Tumulong ka. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sendroy. NBI Director Santiago, pwede nyo bang i-assure yung safety ni Miss Alice habang siya ay nasa custody ng gobyerno at sumasagot sa aming komite?
Pagka nasa amin pong custody, ay masasagot ko po yan.
Salamat. So, nasa custody ka na ng PNP na nagpoprotekta sa inyo. Kung naging sa custody kayo ng NBI, mapoprotektahan din nila kayo. So, answer our questions. Yung yate, ano bang markings nung yate na sinakyan nyo, Miss Alice?
Alam ko lang po kulay puti, kung di po ako nagkakamali. Pero wala po akong makitang number, tapos parang may mga wings po, ganun lang po.
Okay. So, yeah. Di ko pa nga naitatanong yung number na banggit mo. Anong numbers nakita mo dun sa yating puti na may wings?
Actually, naka-cover po kami, kaya wala po akong nakitang number po. Pero alam ko po yate.
Ay, wala kang nakitang number? May letters ba sa yate?
Meron parang sticker po na wings po, na design lang po.
Sticker na wings. Ano yung naka-cover kayo? Ano yun, Miss Alice?
May cup po, tapos kahit gabi po, meron po kaming sunglass po.
So, nung gabi, tapos naka-sunglasses kayo? Bakit ganon? No, so, nung gabing yon, saang port kayo umalis? Sakay ang yate?
Yung port, sabihin ko na. Kasi wala naman tao.
That was a previous question.
Yes, SP Pro Tem. Saang port kayo umalis?
Yung port po, hindi ko po alam yung exact, pero Manila po. Hindi ko alam kung south or north o saan po. Basta alam ko po Manila.
What do you mean Manila?
So, sa
Metro
isang
Manila?
port sa Manila.
Metro Manila or
Metro Manila po.
Metro Manila?
So, sa isang yacht dock sa Manila.
Yate po yung unang sinakyan po namin.
Just to put on record, Madam,
Ano yung sunod?
just to put on record,
Sen Joel.
just to put on record that this is absolutely in contrast with the statements made by Ms. Sheila Go that they traveled from Banban for 5 hours, Madam Chair, south of Luzon. And now itong si Gua Huaping is saying that they took that white boat here in Manila, Madam Chair. Just to put on record.
Yes, thank you, Sen Joel. Miss Alice, nasulat mo na ba yung pangalan nung may-ari at facilitator sa yate? Pakisulat po. Kanina nyo pa sinabing gagawin nyo. Isulat sa papel yung may-ari at facilitator sa yate.
Gusto mo bang
Yes,
lumapit pa
Sen.
kami para ibulong mo sa amin, Alice?
Yes, Sen JV.
Yes, Madam Chair. Is it okay if Alice could narrate to us yung kanya pong istorya, yung kanya pong escape story, so that we can compare it doon kay Sheila, no, kung talagang totoo. Ngayon pa lang magkaiba na eh. Isa small boat to big boat, ito yate. So probably kung pwede lang, Alice, hindi naman ito makaka-apekto sa iyong mga kasong pinail sa iyo, pero gusto lang namin malaman kung paano ka tumakas, kasi matutulungan mo din ang komite para at ang lahat, para malaman natin kung sino yung mga tumutulong nang sa ganun yung mga kriminal na tumatakas hindi ito maulit. Yun lang pagtakas mo, gusto natin malaman. Pwede mo inarate sa dahil, Madam Chair?
Salamat, Sen JV. Yes, unang-una, pakisulat na sa papel yung may-ari ng yate at yung facilitator sa yacht ride nyo. Pangalawa, ikwento mo yung naging biyahe nyo at ruta mula sa Manila sakay sa yate.
Madam Chair.
Sendoroy.
Yeah, may I move, Madam Chair, that we suspend the rules of this committee by affording Miss Alice Go executive session para makuha natin yung informasyon na yan. Sabi niya, payag daw siya.
With all due respect, Sendoroy. There is...
Bato.
I'm sorry. The chair would like to recognize the presence of Sen Bong Revilla. Salamat sa pagdalo. There is a motion, duly seconded, pero ngayon pa lamang I am hearing objections to the motion to go into executive session. Yes?
I have a very strong reservation, Madam Chair, for an executive session because I really think the public, we owe it to the public to know all of this. After tayong bastusin at balahurain ng mga puganting ito, bigyan natin ng justice din yung mga taong naghanap at pinahirapan itong husto, Madam Chair. It's a simple question, Madam Chair. And in fact, Madam Chair, alam na ni Alice. Sabi niya, gustong-gusto niyang sabihin sa atin, Madam Chair. Pero tuwing dilingon siya sa likod niya, may dalawa doon na bumubulong na parang ayaw po siyang pagsabihin. I'm being tempted to cite them also in contempt, Madam Chair.
After all, one of them is also a resource person.
Madam Chair.
But in any
Madam
case,
Chair.
yes, before Senator Roy again, there was a motion, duly seconded, may strong reservation, may objection. The chair will call for... Okay, before the chair suspends, Sen. Sherwin.
Madam Chairperson, with all due respect to Senator Bato, si Sheila ho, nung pumunta ho dito, malaya siya nagkwento kung ano yung pinagdaanan nila. Hindi naman ho siya humingi ng executive session. So, hindi ko ho nakikita kung bakit po si Go Huaping humingi ng executive session. Hindi rin naman niya masabi kung ano po yung banta sa kanyang buhay. Kung may banta ho sa kanyang buhay, bakit ho si Sheila Go wala hong banta sa kanyang buhay? No, kaya hindi po ako sumasang-ayon na magkaroon ng executive session dahil ito po yung No, kaya hindi po ako sumasang-ayon na magkaroon ng executive session dahil ito po yung isa sa pinakamahalagang aspeto nitong investigasyon. Paano at sino ang tumulong ho sa kanya para makatakas po?
Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Sherwin.
I am inclined-
Sen. Duroy and then the minority leader.
I am inclined to withdraw my motion, but before that, I would like to explain my position on this matter. Madam Chair, alam ko yung nararamdaman ng aking mga colleagues. That's why I'm inclined to withdraw my motion. Pero ang sa akin lang, andito na si Sheila Go. Kung sige tayo insist na he has to divulge that information openly, in open hearing, hindi talaga siya, magmamatigas siya. Whereas kung mag-executive session tayo, ibibigay niya for our own consumption, at least may ma-extract tayo information at magagamit natin somehow, Madam Chair. Yun lang ang akin, parang pinulis ba? Pinulis na pag-iisip. Sayang din yung impormasyon na yun pag hindi natin makuha. Magmamatigas yan, wala tayong magawa. Hindi ba natin yan pwedeng ano yung sa interview, yung isang mas harsh na interview, interrogation. Hindi natin pwede interrogate yan. Hanggang interview lang tayo dito. So, yun lang, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Salamat kaayo, Sen. Duroy. Minority leader and then Sen. Joel.
Hindi, we're colleagues ko kasi ako'y abogado din po. Parang napapansin ko maabot na sa radar ninyo yung mga abogadong nasa likod. But they're only doing their responsibility or their jobs, my dear colleagues. Pag natin silang warningan o sabi nila, they have a role to perform. Ang pakiusap ko lang sa mga kasama ko sa profession, we competently just do our duty. If your client has a right, you let her invoke it, explain to her how to invoke it properly, connect it to the matter at hand, and then you trust us then if we will agree with the reasoning or not. Pero pakiusap ko lang po, wag natin paringgan yung mga abogado sa likod because they have a role to play, and malay mo, winarningan sila kanina na malay mo sila maging biktima ng sindikato. Ang akin naman warning sa atin, malay mo tayo naman mangailangan ng abogado in the future. So labas natin sa radar natin yung mga abogado. Just perform your job and your responsibility in accordance with our code of professional responsibility.
Madam Chair.
Salamat kaayo, Maino. But for the record, for one, Attorney David is as not just counsel to Miss Alice but also a resource person in this hearing. Sen. Joel.
May I just place into the record that I was voted and given mandate by the people to do my job as the representatives of the people. I am a senator, a sitting senator, and I can say whatever I wanted to say, and we are bound by the rules, Madam Chair. I only made mention about it because we wanted to ferret out the truth. Who is afraid of the truth, Madam Chair? I appreciate what Senator Bato made mention, but let me also state for the record, Madam Chair, that there's no case about her escape right now, Madam Chair. So questions about her escape should not be part of self-incrimination privilege, Madam Chair. Now, when it comes to death threats, Madam Chair, no one amongst us understand. Really, Madam Chair, bakit ka
alis sa puntong ito bago buksan ko na muna yung floor sa mga kasama kong senador. But gusto kong lang i-make of record, no? Ninilinaw ko po para sa kabatiran ng lahat na habang si Miss Alice ay in contempt sa Senado, mananatili siya sa PNP custody. Kung mag-post bail siya, dadali na siya dito sa Senate. At yun yung bahagi nung i-coordinate namin sa korte na may kinalaman sa detention niya sa ngayon.
Madam Chair.
So,
Madam Chair.
yes, before I proceed to my questions with Ms. Cherry, Majority Leader.
But that doesn't affect my proposed motion, which I mentioned earlier, regarding the custody of Miss Alice Go.
Alright guys, yan napakinggan po natin ang pangdinig sa Senado kung paano nakatakas si Alice Go. Alright, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat and peace.